Hello everyone, it's Kate from the LoveStory. How are my friends today? Hope you guys are doing well. Happy holidays if you're celebrating anything soon. So I finished The Hobbit last night by J.R.R Tolkien. A classic. I absolutely loved it. I gave it 5 stars, although at times it waned between, it was anywhere during the whole reading experience between like a 3.5 and a 5 stars. Anywhere in between there it went, but in the end I ended up giving it 5 out of 5 stars. I did what was called an immersion read, and a lot of people already know about this, but I'm so behind the times that I only just learned about this. So I read my physical copy while I listened to the audiobook. And this helped in so many different ways. It helped move along some of the slower bits, and you know, some of the descriptions and all that kind of stuff, the dialogues, especially some of the parts where they're singing that I would kind of gloss over if I was reading it on my own. And I loved hearing all the different voices. So in the version that I listened to, the voice actor did different voices for each of the characters, including every one of the dwarves. It was so good. I really enjoyed it. It also helped me visualize the story more. So instead of just visualizing what the movie was, I was able to kind of create my own visualization based off of the audiobook, which is different for me. Usually if I've seen the movie first, I just automatically envision that. But since it's been so long since I've seen the movie, which I think we're going to remedy over this holiday break that I have coming up, but since it's been so long, I didn't really have those images stuck in my head, and so I was able to kind of create my own images, which is always nice. I think it also helped because I felt like I was falling in a bit of a reading slump when I started this book, and I was like, okay, I need to read it because Howard picked it out and it fits in 2 of my prompts, so I'm gonna read it, but am I really enjoying it right now as much as I should be? Because I know it's an amazing book. It's a classic. The movies are fantastic, but why am I not enjoying this as much? So then I started, that was like through like maybe 2 chapters, and then I started the immersion reading, and it increased the enjoyment tenfold for me. And it also put less pressure on paying attention to every single word. So I have self-diagnosed ADHD, mild form. I get distracted a lot, and I feel bad when I'm not paying attention to every single word. And there's a lot that is in The Hobbit. There's a lot of description and a lot of dialogue that you don't necessarily need to pay attention to every single word for. So listening to the audiobook, I was able to get distracted and go onto Discord and answer emails and do other things without having to worry about missing a single word, because I still had that streaming into my ears. I am pro Hobbit. I love Hobbits, and my friend Charmaine and I have decided that I'd make an excellent Hobbit. We think I'm secretly a Hobbit. I love potatoes, and I love eating, and I love helping, and that's a Hobbit. So, and I'm short, so Hobbit all the way. Some of my favorite quotes are, "It was the most awkward Wednesday he ever remembered," and "A very ticklish business it was," he said. "Touch and go." And both of those quotes just made me giggle out loud, and I loved it. So I really loved The Hobbit. I think it wasn't the absolute best writing I've ever read, but it was so good. I really loved seeing J.R.R Tolkien build that world that we've become to love. If you read, a lot of people don't like The Hobbit for some reason, and I think because I went into The Hobbit thinking, okay, this is the first book. This is setting up the Lord of the Rings trilogy, and so A, this is probably not going to be as fantastic as Lord of the Rings, but B, it's setting everything up that we need to know to be able to understand and appreciate the Lord of the Rings and its magnitude. So keeping that those things in mind while reading The Hobbit, I was able to really enjoy it. Even some of the parts that felt like it was a little long. There were parts where I'm like, why are we here? What's the importance of this scene? And especially the parts it's hard to say because I enjoyed everything in it, but there was some parts where I'm like, do we really need this? Like, do we really need the full entire songs of the songs that the dwarves sang or the elves at the end? I don't know. I enjoyed them, but at the same time, I was like, can we just know what the dwarves sang? Like, in exposition? Do we have to have that song? But it also, you know, going along with immersion reading, the voice actor, like, sang the songs, so it was enjoyable. And I really enjoyed it, but I'm not sure that we really needed it. But anyways, I really enjoyed The Hobbit by J.R.R Tolkien. 5 out of 5 stars for me. This is an old falling apart edition that my stepdad got at the book bin at his local dump, which is where I get a lot of my books from. But I enjoyed it. It's been entirely too long before I read this. I don't know how I made it this long without reading it, but I'm glad I did now, and I enjoyed it. 5 out of 5 stars. Now I'm done rambling, and keep reading, y'all. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. If you've read The Hobbit, let me know what you thought. I'd love to keep talking about this further in the comments and on my Discord. And I'll talk to y'all soon. Have a great day. Bye.